So I feel like I'm the least likely to pick up a career like streaming, but I do surprisingly really enjoy it. I think it's the creative part of it, because I'm glad that I did lean into things like chatting, because when I get to know people like IRL friends and I'm relaxed with them, I'm quite chatty. If I don't really know you, I'm kind of like observing and trying to gauge the vibe, so I know how to like fit myself into the conversation or like their personality. But when I know you, I can't shut the up. So I think it's great for streaming, and I also just like that I get to create things for stream. That's why I don't really lean into the gaming too much. But I think by default, that's why when I told my parents, like I came clean on what I was actually doing. I kind of told like half truths for a while about what I was doing. He was like, "Oh yeah, I make code and I sell it to people." That makes no sense. And then she was like, "So what do you do?" And I was like, "Oh, I make pretty packages for the code to sell to people." I make the code pretty. And then she's like, "Okay, yeah, cool, yeah, code." She hears code and she hears computer and she's like, money.
Software engineer, yes.
Yeah, and then so they're kind of like half truth, leaning more towards a lie, but half truth, okay.
Do your parents know that you're a VTuber?
Don't know. They don't know. They knew accidentally because I had a miscommunication with him. So my parents came over to my place, and then it was just a routine visit. And then they don't visit often because I usually go to their place. And they see all these like cameras and lights and everything. And then they were like, "Oh, still doing that code thing, huh?" And I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Business going good?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's pretty good." And then they were just kind of looking around. We're continuing with the half truths. And then Shadow gives me a look. And then I'm like, "Is that the look? The look? Like, are we doing this today?" Like, because we were talked about it. We were like, like we're doing okay now. I think maybe it's time we tell them. Then we can be more honest, and also I think they'll be more likely to accept it, like money wise, right? Like we're doing okay now. So all Asian parents, they speak in this. So that I was like, "Oh, it now is the time." He looked at me, and so I was like, "Okay." So then I was like, "Oh, by the way, did you know that for this camera I actually cook with it?" And then I just said everything, and he just looked at me like, "What are you?" And I was like, "What do you mean? You gave me the look, man. You gave me the look." I showed them the VTuber model, how it works, VTS, like the backgrounds, like what the cameras were for, everything. And they were like, oh, like I think they were.
He's like, I just wanted you to take a picture. That's all I asked.
And then this whole time, I thought I got his approval, right? And then they took it pretty well. Obviously, some questions, but that was for a later family dinner. And then they left, and he was like, "You really told them everything, huh?" And I was like, "You gave me the look, man. I got the look, so I said everything." He was like, "No, that was the look of like a question mark." Like, I was giving you a question mark. I was like, "You looked at me like it was a period, not a question mark." So one silly little misunderstanding turned out to be just like blah, 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 blah. And then it took like a few visits for them to kind of really understand. I think now they still don't understand Twitch, but they understand YouTube.
Right.
So they didn't watch the Mount Fuji climb, and the only thing my mom did was criticize me on how the walking stick was incorrect and how I should have dressed better, and I could have done this, and that better for the climb. And I'm like, "Thanks, Mom." I climbed Mount Fuji, but I guess I'll take those points into consideration the next time I do it.
Oh, does your mom watch your content now?
She watches it on YouTube.
Okay.
So my mom, I don't know if your mom's like this. My mom would be like, "Your followers slow down."
Oh shit!
Yeah. No, I can do one better. She'll be like, I'll log on, and she'll send me like a hate comment, and she'll be like, "Yo, this guy's like criticizing you," and I'm like, "Mom, do not read hate comments. Do not take them seriously."
Oh no!
And she's like, "No, I just in case you need to know, just in case." And I'm like, "Mom, I don't need to know. I don't need to know."
Oh no! Like literally bringing it on a silver platter. Like, look at how much they hate you. You need to address this.
Look, this is like, the way I see it, it's like our generation equivalent of going to our parents and they'd be like, "Yo, you kind of like gaining weight. You know, oh, you're looking a little fat now. You know, oh, you're looking a little thin now."
Yeah.
Now it's like, "Damn, you're kind of falling off a bit, huh? You know, how are those subscriber numbers, huh?"
Yeah, my mom was like, "You haven't been posting recently," like, because she watches the YouTube videos if I'm not live on YouTube. And she was like, "You're not posting enough videos." videos. The followers slow down, daughter. Oh yeah. Oh, I see you go to Shibuya other day, and it's like literally like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
You know. And then I was like, yeah, 2 months ago, and she's like, oh, very cool, very nice. And then it's like, oh, but you do nothing for 2 months, and I'm like, I just didn't post for 2 months, but I do something every day, mother. God bless their hearts.
God bless.
They just try to take care of us, you know. But
Asian parents being Asian parents. Yep. Yeah.
So, but I think they're proud of what we've achieved now. So when they come over, they're just like, oh, I tell church family, like you do YouTube stuff, and then like pretty lights. Every church mother want their son to be like you, and I'm like, no, I don't think they want to be like me. I think they should divert away from this. Okay, maybe get a normal job stability. And then they're like, oh yeah, every church auntie envious of us. Everybody want to be us. I was like, that's great, mom. That's great.
Yo, now she's living in it. Now she's like,
living it. She's like, my daughter, she was in Japan. And I was like, no, mom. I was like, this could go wrong any second. You don't understand how like we're on a tightrope right now, okay? It looks good. I'm selling it to you.
Yeah.
But you just don't know. One day I say something, or like I get arrested for something, we get kicked out, and it's all over, okay?
Yeah.
Don't take it for granted, mother, please.
Yeah, Mom, have you heard about cancel culture? Have you heard about Google Docies, Mom? That's something we gotta really worry about.
Not my 82 volumes of Google Docs. Thankfully, though, my mom does not read hate comments. I think her English is good enough to understand if she really wants to.
Yeah.
But she's the type where she's like, oh, I don't understand English, doctor. Can you help me call this person?
Yeah.
And then I call them, and she goes like, give me that phone. So anyways, I want a discount on the... So like she's always like that with me and my dad. My dad's like, oh, I'll help you. And then she's like, move away. Anyway, so I think if she really wanted to, she can understand. But she's like, oh, I don't understand. So thankfully, she doesn't bring up any hate comments.
Yeah.
Although, yeah, they don't bother me, but I think it will bother her a little bit if they say mean things.
Oh yeah. I mean, unfortunately, I think since me getting into YouTube, my mom and dad have turned from not knowing how to use a computer to just
the internet sleuths
to being chronically online.
Oh no.
I kind of just, I think they use YouTube more than me.
Really? Oh my God.
Because like the scariest thing is when my mom will randomly send me like sometimes it's either like a YouTube short or TikTok, and I'm like, Mom, even I don't use TikTok. Why are you thinking about using TikTok? I'm like, oh, that's like a level deeper.
Yeah.
If it's short content, that's even like more addictive than like normal YouTube content.
Yeah.
But my mom and dad are just like, we just we saw a short of you, and then we just kept scrolling, and I'm like, oh God damn it. This is how they get you, man.
You know what my mom does? My mom falls for conspiracy theories.
Oh yeah.
And now that AI is rampant, there's so many fear-mongering like AI bullshit on
God,
TikTok
yeah.
and like YouTube short. And every once in a while she like panics and was like, answer the phone. And I'm like, oh God, like is the house on fire? And she's like, I saw this thing where like this country and that country is mad at each other now, right? Not going into detail. And I was like, huh? Like it was like 9 a.m. and I didn't like nowhere near wake up time. And I'm like, what? And she was like, you didn't pick up the first 5 times I called. And I was like, because I was asleep. Like, did Mount Fuji erupt yet? And I was like, what? Do you think I would be asleep picking up the phone and Mount Fuji was actually erupting right now?
Oh my God.
But without shadow of a doubt, every once a month, it'll be one like visibly like AI generated thing. And I'm like, Mom, that's good.
It's the most obvious AI thing.
And she's like, but it's on the news. And I'm like, it looks like it's on the news because they want you to believe it. And she's like, but it has a news scrolling. And I was like, there's literally pictures of helicopters and planes flying around and doing this and that, right? And I was like, Mom, that's what it does. Like, that's what it's supposed to do. And all she does is like, it looks like the news, therefore it is the news.
Oh, we're so cooked, yes. I like how this stream has turned into the Garn and Giri's mom and dad roast stream.
We're just trauma dumping to each other. And Chad's like, yeah, my mom too.
Yes, my mom as well.
And then the guy that has like the most like nice supportive family, they're just like, wow, you guys have it like that, huh?
Yeah.
Damn, my mom always supported me through all my bad grades. never said I couldn't do nothing.